Okay, cool. Hello, people. My name is Mr. GG, and today, well, if you're wondering why this episode's out instead of a What If Deku Was a Dark Being, is because I'm basically I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and do two series at once. So, this one, and the Dark Being one. If you're wondering why there wasn't an episode out yesterday, it's because I thought I had appointment today, but it's tomorrow. So, my bad. If you're wondering what, if you're, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. Not really. If you're wondering what this is, it is what if Deku was Wolverine. Now, how I'm gonna do this is basically well, if you don't know, Wolverine ages slowly. Very slowly. So also I've got no lamp in my room because my lamp's broken. And I don't feel like going out in my lounge room to get my big fucking one. Oh god, this is gonna fucking annoy me. So, what's gonna happen is, I got no script again. Even though one of you said I should try scripting. I did. I didn't like it. I did say I'll try it. So that would be the next episode I do. Probably not first. Oh. If you're wrong with that, is for us because I'm using my iPad to look at my notes. Well, notes of powers, shall I say. Because I didn't write a script like I probably should have. Anyway, a bit about the world that we're sending Izuku in. There are, three types of people. You've got quirkless, Canon Deku for a bit, till he gets one for all and becomes hella dumb apparently. Little jabs at Canon Deku. You got the people with quirks, so All Might, All for One, all them. Then you've got the mutants, so Cyclops, think X-Men, and all the other mutants. Now, Izuku was not born yet. It's water. If you can't tell, I have no fan on. Yay. So I have to figure something else out by drinking a bottle of water, which is half empty now. Because I don't have AC. Give me. Anyway, back to the world building. They start, the heroes, people with quirks start believing that the mutants are becoming quite powerful and, dangerous. And, sorry, I'm also writing something down while I'm doing this. That's what if ideas. Oh yeah, if you got any what if ideas, please let me know. So I can do them. Also, I think it was 46 subs the last I checked. So, cool. Welcome, new subs. Hello, new people. And if you got any questions, just put them down below. I read the comments, believe it or not. R*Banana. And the person I was last talking to, I can't remember his name. Sorry if I can't remember your name. I'm such a bad person with names. Don't expect me to remember everyone's name. I'm very bad with names. And thank you, Banana, for that idea of, Beast Boy's name. And, well, I really do appreciate it. I will be using it, not in this what if, but another one. So, oh my god, I'm misspelling Wolverine's name already. See what I mean by bad with names? Yeah, I'm 17. I've known Wolverine for quite some fucking time. So, heroes and quirkless people have started seeing more powerful mutants arriving in the world. And this is the discretion between humans and, well, mutants. In this one, quirks are seen as an evolutionary state of humans, so even people without quirks get along with the people with quirks. They don't see them as outsiders, they just see them as better people. Cause it's bullshit. And if you hear pen clicking, it's because I'm writing stuff down while I'm doing this. Where the fuck my ring go? There you are. If you don't know, I wear rings. Because I like to wear rings. I also wear an earring. I only have a necklace, but that fucker broke. And I haven't had a necklace on for a while. Anyway. That has nothing to do with this. If you're wondering, well, I forget what I just said. Where was I? Right. So the people with quirks and quirkless people start making, well, contingency plans, aka sentinels. Oh, don't have a photo of them. I forgot to grab a photo before doing this. My bad. Anyway. So let's say around this time, a war has broken loose between mutants and people with quirks. Now, people with mutations are targeted as well, because they see them as, mutants. So, the hero Hawk, Azui, dude with bird head, hold on. This one. Who I can never say his name. I'm gonna try and make this hero what if, but probably not. Probably gonna do my own thing, to be honest. So this war has been going on for a good while now. This is before the time of My Hero Academia starts. So, sorry, switching back pages to Wolverine's panels. Let's say the war has ended and the normal makeup of, let's say, 90% of the world being 80. I think it's 80. Yeah, I think it's... No. I'm going to say yes, since mutation quirks are known as mutants. So it's around the 80% of people having quirks, 10%... let's actually go with... I wouldn't say 20. I'd say there's 3% worth of mutants in the world. So it's very, very, very low. And 17% of the world being quirkless. Now, some time passes and a man... I wouldn't say... Yeah. Logan, sorry. Logan's not gonna have his... Well, he's gonna have... Well, his, claws. But they're just gonna be normal bone ones. He writes them off as a quirk. People write him off as a quirk. He's not really seen... He's not a hero. He's a lumberjack. Like in, Wolverine Origins. Don't worry, I'm doing something Izuku in this. Some time passes and one day he goes to... Well, he heads to Japan for a new... Well, his bosses in Canada. Yeah, because that's where I think it's taking place. Yes. In Canada, his bosses are looking forward to opening up a place in Japan where they can sell and cut wood. Don't know why you want to do that, but okay. So Logan's picked for this job, and he heads there. Let's say some time passes, so... Say 4 years have passed, and... Logan meets Inko. Also, if you hear me click my pen for no good reason, it's probably because I've got a Deadpool notebook and there's all Deadpool symbols on the bottom right and bottom left of my books, and I tend to colour them in. So sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, the way Logan meets Inko is by her coming into the place one day and asking, because they do sell it, and they got people who do carpenting jobs and all that. So Inko comes in one day looking to buy some stuff for hardwood floor. This is when well, Logan takes a notice of this girl with green hair. He goes up to her and asks, "What are you looking for?" She just says, "I'm looking for some wood that could do just price for a new flooring." So Logan takes her around and shows her best flooring type material and what she's looking for. And then she asks, "Do you guys do carpeting jobs?" And this Logan does do. He does know how to do carpeting. Carpeting. If I'm saying that right, let me know in the comments. I think I am. I'm probably not though. Anyway, he says yeah, and a week goes by and he comes to a place and starts doing the floors. During that week, Inko looks after him by giving him food and all that because he's doing all the floors. He just says thank you and yeah. When the job's done, he asks, I know you can't technically do this. Technically. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a carpenter. I actually got to ask one of my mates that. If she would like to go out sometime. She says yes, and some months pass, and they've been dating for, let's say 3 months. They've been dating for 3 months. If I hear something fiddling, if you hear me fiddling something, it's because I normally am. You normally don't hear it in the background because I'm normally fiddling with my notebook. Yes, I have a notebook for notes. I also have another one, but it's smaller. And I don't use that because this one's bigger. Anyway, they date for 3 months, and Inko finally asks Logan what's his quirk. He just says, "Oh, this and some bone claws start coming out of his fist." She kind of starts freaking out, saying, "Are you a mutant?" And he just says, "No, this is my quirk. Let's name his quirk bone claws." He says, "I get claws through I'm able to manipulate bones coming out of, in between the gaps of my knuckles." She comes down and she says, "Why do you use that?" He just says, "To mark trees for chopping, because it's easier than going out to buy spray paint or marking paint." No, I think it's spray paint. Yes. I don't remember all of Logan's backstory. Sorry about it. But I do know enough to do what happens to him, just a bit younger to Izuku. And, anyway, she comes down and says okay, and she tells him what his quirk is. It's telekinesis. Wait. No, actually, Inko's quirkless in this. He says, "Oh, I did not know that, but the way you play it off, I thought you had a quirk." She says, No, I'm quirkless, but I don't look it." If you're wondering, she kind of works out. She works out, so she looks like slim Inko from the beginning of My Hero Academia. Because, all that stress eating gets to ya. I wouldn't know. I'm skinny as all hell. And, yeah, let's say 2 to 3 years pass now, and Wolverine finally proposes to her, and they get married. Some time passes, and Deku is born. Now, the Doctor is quite what's the word I'm looking for? Bamboozled? Baffled? I think, surprised. I'm going to go with surprised. That the kid they just had has already got his quirk. But no, we know better. They ask, what is it? He says, well, he's got your quirk, sir. But it looks like it's already come through. He just says, that's impossible. I never got my quirk till I was... Insert quirk age here. I think it's 4. Till I was 4. And the first time I did it, it hurt. Like a lot. He's used to it now. Does hurt still a bit, but he's used to it. Used to the burn. And the doctor says, well, then he must be a mutant. Now, mutants aren't heard of much, because they've gone underground, because the government wants to weaponize them. Inko and Logan freak out, saying, how can this be? It doesn't seem right. Inko starts breaking down, and, well, she says, what are we going to do? We're going to have to give them up to the authorities. Logan, hearing this, says, you are quite right. We cannot have a mutant son, because mutants are quite hated. And so, the doctor calls up the government, Chinese government, and they don't know what to do, so they give it to the Americans. They give the Zuko to Americans. So, Zuko is now... Right, I know I explained what happened to Inko and that. Inko and Logan. They decide to give it a few years before they try again. That's right. Deku's gonna have a baby. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Yeah, I'm not. Because I'm an asshole. No, I'm joking. I'm quite a nice guy. Anyway. Sorry for breaking story time. I'll be doing that every now and then, just to inform you. If I don't do that, and I forget to say breaking story, just know I'm breaking the story if I'm talking to you and I'm not explaining what's happening to young Izuku Midoriya. Now, yeah, Logan and Inko decide to give it a few years for you. Beating tournaments aren't fun. Decide to give it a few years before they try again. Now, Zuko is the age of 2. In America, they don't want to start testing him right away, but they do start testing his blood. And if you know what babies are like with needles, it don't end so pretty, because they end up crying like little bitches. Sorry. And then there's me, who doesn't feel pain. Well, I do, but differently to people. I'll explain all that another time. Oh, I won't. Oh, no. Sorry, we hear me drinking. It's hot here. I'm an Australian. I'm in Australia. I live in Queensland, so it's real fucking hot in here. It doesn't help that I'm wearing a doona. Because I don't like sheets. And I got no windows open. But I don't open up my windows because I don't like my neighborhood. So you might hear the fan in or out some videos. Anyway, so they start testing his blood. The first doctor to go draw blood, Deku brings out his bone claws and, well, accidentally kills the dog. Mind you, I'm going to be dark with this series. I don't know how dark, but we'll see. If you got a problem with it, meh. If you got a problem with it, but you like my content, watch another series of mine. I will be doing more later. I know, exciting now, isn't it? We'll be starting up my playlists later. So don't you worry. Anyway, back to the story. Young Deku accidentally kills the doctor. Let's say this doctor one is in his mid 40s. He's in his mid 40s, so he was old. The doctors have to hold down Izuku because he's acting like a crazed animal. One of the doctors say he's acting like a Wolverine. And one of the doctors, and they just start calling the young Izuku, young Izuku basically test subject W. W standing for Wolverine. Sorry. So some passes, and now Zuko is 4. Zuko is 4 years old, and around this time, the military starts doing experiments on him. Not fun experiments. So they start basically, well, as you know, Wolverine has a healing factor. They're seeing how far his healing factor can go. Now, Wolverine's healing factor is quite strong. Zuko's is way stronger. He'll heal almost instantly. Now, around this time, Zuko starts... Well, Zuko does look... Well, he's 4, so his parents would have already had their second child. And their child being, I don't know, developing, because like I said, Zuko's going to age slowly. Very slowly. He's going to be younger for quite some time. Now, I'm breaking story here. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do, well, I'm going to do some of the canon stuff, but not all of it. Like, sending his sister to UA. when Deku would be probably... let's say... I'll let you know when I figure that out. Now, the government has started doing tests on Deku, seeing how strong his healing factor is. And with the blood, they are just sampling it to see what they can do to it, making him stronger and all that. Seeing what would happen if they add certain chemicals, certain, materials, and I'm going to say they're not in contact with the metal that they make. Adamantium. They're not going to have access to adamantium yet. Now, they're seeing how far his healing factor is, and he's able to heal instantly. So if he gets shot, he can heal pretty fast. And Izuku does know how to talk. He does know how to speak. But he'd rather act like a rabbit animal. Well, not really. He will talk to the people saying yes, no, just that. Not really talking. Because his spirit is quite broken. Him just thinking, do I even have real parents? Was I even conceived? Was I just born in a test tube? Because Izuku doesn't know what his parents are, or who they are. So... they start shooting him, basically cutting off limbs, fingers, all that, until he brings out his claws and they break them too. Basically to see what would happen. And while they're doing this, they start bringing a few more, mutants. People like Izuku. Now, he sees them come and go, some never come back, some come back but very injured. Not as fun, not something you want a 4-year-old seeing, basically, or putting through. And, this goes on for a while, so Izuku is now... I'm going to say 3 years past, so he is 6. And he still acts like he did when he was 4, but just with a yes, no, all that. He doesn't make friends. He's scared of the army people because they're the ones that keep shooting him and torturing him. A lot of them do leave because they don't feel right doing this to a kid. But, they're there for money. So they do come back after some massive persuasion. Okay, getting bigger paychecks. And, this time, let's say they do send Izuku out on a few missions here and there, just to see what he's capable of. Although nothing too dangerous to kill their man. I don't care about Deku because he can heal from anything. They've tested it, so they've tested radiation and all that on him. He's come out pretty fucking fine. And his code name is Wolverine. Now let's say Izuku goes out for a mission in Afghanistan. So this is where they're gonna get the stuff that Captain America's shield's made out of. You know, it's vibranium. Wait, no, it's not. Intimate. Adamantium. So, yes, I'm giving Izuku the adamantium stuff now. So, they get Izuku, and Izuku starts hunting down these people and killing them, because that's all he knows how to do. Hunt and kill. Izuku doesn't know any more of his abilities yet, because I mean, just keep him in a, well, if you watched X-Men First Rising, I think it is, could be saying the name right. You know that thing that Wolverine, Logan's stuck in? Yeah, he's like that. He's stuck in there, but without the wires and that attached. So, let's say about 2 weeks have passed and he's still there. And he's finally tracked down the adamantium. I'm gonna have to get that name stuck in my head. Adamantium. And Zuko does know other languages. He's been taught by the scientists, because they don't want a dumb test subject. What was that kind of fucking thing? Anyway, well, Zuko's 10. His sister is... she's halfway through UA, so she's in her second year of UA. She has Logan's quirk. She's able to manipulate. Well, she's got bone manipulation. I have no name for her, so if you want to give her a name, go ahead. I'll write it down this time. I'll not miss it at all, because I didn't do that last time, I swear. Sorry, I'm picking something in my arm. I'll focus there. Yeah, Zuko's turn. His sister's halfway through middle school. School. No, yeah, let's go with middle school. Halfway through middle school. So Zuko does find what he's looking for and asks one of the people if there's any more. They say yes. And, well, he tells the superiors. They say, good. Mark it down so we can come and get it. Zuko responding with, yes, sir. And then kills the person he was getting information out of. Oh god, it's real fucking hot in here. That's what I get for turning off my fucking fan. So they come and get it, and a month, 2 months have passed, and Deku still getting, tested and all that. They start training him. Well, they start training him more, shall we say, in different forms of martial arts and tactics and military combat. So one day they tell Izuku that they are doing a new experiment today. We're going to do a little new experiment. Him saying, what kind? Them just shocking him, saying, I did not ask for your opinion or for you to question me. Now, follow these men. They're going to take you to where we're going to be doing this. Zuko just snarls in response, and he goes with them. Zuko's still tense, so don't worry. So he comes to where this pool, basically look-through pool, with water, these strange devices on the edge, and the strange liquid metal in it. They strap him in, put mouthguard in, and submerge him. And, they start the process of putting liquid adamantium, I did it, yay, into his, body, turning his skeleton to a pure adamantium skeleton. This practically knocking Izuku out, but then realizes he's able to hear them perfectly fine under the water, even though he could not hear them the first time. Yes, Izuku's starting to learn all his powers. So, he already knows superhuman speed, enhanced reflexes, superhuman durability, as well as strength and stamina, and enhanced agility. He's now just realized he's got enhanced senses as well. Yes, all senses. So, he, hearing them saying, well, it was a success, and what to do now? The Colonel just saying, lock him back up, train him, get him to kill, you know the deal. Izuku not going back to, his little cage. He decides to roar out. Basically roar. And then making his way through the facility, killing a lot of guards. So he's cutting off their hands, their legs, stabbing them, decapitating them, cutting them in the stomach so their guts spill out, shooting them because he knows how to use guns because they've trained him. empty. What else? Yeah. All the other mutants that were there are dead now. They didn't survive the, well, experiments that were put through them. Were put onto them. So then he basically finds a steel door. Him thinking it leads to the outside, which it does, but it's locked. So he uses his new claws, basically cutting an X into it and kicking down the bottom. And jumping off the cliff. The colonel says go look for him, yada this, yada that, all this, that. And he's start making his way into the forest, and they've lost sight of him. And then I'm gonna say Zuko is now 11. His sister is in the last part of middle school. I don't know Chinese schools or Japanese schools. I could get that wrong. I don't know. So then years passed and he's bonded with a pack. His hair looking like this currently, with a pack of wolves next to him. I couldn't find a watermark in this. It's not my art, because I can't do anything this good at all. Presence figure is there. Oh shit. I mainly just looked at wallpaper. That's all I need. So, he's bonded with this pack. He's now learnt animal empathy. Basically, him being able to understand and act like the pack. As well as learning, he's got night vision, resistant to weather, so he's been through the cold winters America has. Let's say a snake actually one day bites him, thinking he's gonna die, then realizes he's got immunity to poisons and other diseases, basically. Some time passes and a rumor of a boy that acts like a wild animal. They say he acts like a wolf. Some others say he acts like a Wolverine. So all these abilities has are very stronger than Logan's. Though the de-aging thing will kick in more once he's reached around the start of the anime. So some hunters go out looking for this boy, thinking, he's probably just some guy with an animal type quirk, thinking, well, if we're able to thinking, oh, it's just nothing. It's probably some people playing fucking jokes, scaring them off. Oh, how wrong they are. So, they start luring Izuku out, and he sees the trap. He can also hear people in the background and smell them basically breathing. So he works around it by going up the tree and jumping next to the next, trying to be really quiet about it. And then Izuku starts climbing down this tree not next to him, behind them, and basically proceeds to bring out his claws and chop one of their legs off. One of them screaming out in pain, saying, the other one saying, what happened, and they see Izuku here like this. He's got muscle on him because he was out in the woods. He's very bulky, very strong, like this. So, let's work here. Oh, that's for later. What if? So, yeah, and then he proceeds to cut off the arm of the other one, him screaming out in pain. Then both running back. One hopping back with his friend and helping him back to the truck to get out of there, go straight to the hospital. Izuku knows he should have killed them, so he starts moving north. And the pack does follow him, the wolf pack, because they see him as a very strong individual, so they dub him Alpha. So some government agents hear of this and they go back to the colonel saying he's in this area. The colonel goes out and starts looking around, Izuku not being found anywhere. So he's either gone further down, because he's thinking Izuku's gone down south, trying to get back to Japan. Because I would say that you were born, but you're born from a different country called Japan, and your parents threw you away. Him just saying that their names, so Inko Midoriya and Logan Midoriya, because his last name's Midoriya in this. Come on now, look at his iconic last name. Though I did change it last time. The conduit, whatever. Anyway, sorry, back to the story. Anyway, he's moving more north. Basically, working his way up it so he can work a way around. He's basically just trying to find a shipping yard. And I put the shipping yard in Canada, because why not? I think they ship stuff. Yeah, they're shipping wood to Japan. Anyway, so Izuku finally makes it to Canada, and the pack's like, what are we doing here? Him just started talking to him saying, I'm going back to my home country, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye. The pack wanting to come with Izuku, him just saying, you can't, it's far too dangerous, and I don't want to see the ones I care about hurt, so please live on your life as if I was already, as if I was still here, but then he picks the second strongest in their pack, saying he will be your new alpha. This wolf just looking up at Ezekiel and just whimpering, saying, please don't go, we really do need you. Him saying, I'm sorry, but I can't stay, I must go. Though, living with you this past year, I do like it. It'd be quite some fond memories for me in my hellhole of a life. Thank you. So he gives them all hugs and starts walking basically into a little town. Deku just stopping and asking someone if there's a shipping yard nearby. The guy hesitantly says, yeah, just follow the road that way. The guy just saying, why do you need a shipping yard? Deku just saying, oh, I just want to check one out. I've always wanted to see one. This guy just thinking, tourist, okay. Because he's thinking, quite young, but Zigu's later is basically lying about his age, saying his quirk basically makes him look young. This guy's saying, okay. He asks what his age is, and he just says, I'm 22 and I'm from Japan. I'm just wondering if there is, well, if I was going to see a shipping yard, but they're kind of restricted. Closed off in Japan. The guy just saying, yes, I've heard about that. Well, I've heard a few places not like that. Yeah. Unfortunately, ones all around me were quite restricted, so I could not go near them. That's shitty. Yeah, just follow the road that way, turn right, keep following the road, and you should be there. Zuko saying thank you and starts walking off. He makes his way to a clothes shop, and, well, since Zuko got no money, he just goes in without being noticed and, well, just takes some clothing. And the clothing he takes is basically this stuff. Also, Zuko does have a hot dog tag, because they want to at least try and identify him if he does end up dying. It's just having Zuko Midoriya, test subject W, and underneath saying Wolverine. Zuko hides that, and he just walks out with a pair of jeans, some boots, t-shirt, jacket, and a hat, just in case people recognize him. Which people won't, but it's just a precautionary measure he has, because he does know the military people are looking for him. And, well, Zuko ends up at the shipping yard, and, well, basically just make sure there's a boat heading to Japan and jumps onto it. So, this is where I'm going to leave it here. Hope you guys enjoy this series. I'll be doing, What If Deku Was a Dark Being in a little bit. Then I'm going to get sleep. Although my appointment's not until the afternoon. I also just want my fan back on. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe, comment. And you got any ideas what I'm gonna got any ideas of Izuku Midoriya's basically little sister? And if you know his healing quirk, the aging quirk actually works, because I do a little bit of research on it. If I need any more about it, then yeah, I'll probably recon it, but probably won't. I'm gonna make sure it kicks in a lot better at the age where basically where the anime begins. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, bye.